For thousands of years, farmers and herders have been selectively breeding their plants and animals to produce more useful hybrids. It was somewhat of a hit or miss process since the actual mechanisms governing and inheritance were known. Knowledge of these genetic mechanisms finally came as a result of carefully laboratory breeding experiments carried out over the last century and a half. By the 1890s, the invention of better microscopes allowed biologists to discover the basic facts of cell division and sexual reproduction. The focus of genetics research then shifted to understanding what really happens in the transmission of hereditary traits from parents to children. A number of hypotheses were suggested to explain heredity, but Gregor Mendel, a little-known Central European monk, was the only one who got it more or less right. His ideas have been published in 1866, but largely weren't recognized until 1900, which was long after his death. His early adult life was spent in relative obscurity, basic genetics research, and teaching high school mathematics, physics, and Rick in Brno, now in Czech Republic. In his later years, he became the abbot of his monastery and put aside his scientific work. While Mendel's research was with plants, the basic underlying principle of heredity that he discovered also applied to people and other animals because the mechanisms of heredity are essentially the same for all complex life forms. Gregor Mendel, through his work on pea plants, discovered the fundamental law of inheritance. He deduced that genes come in pairs and are inherited as distinct units, one from each parent. Mendel tracked the segregation of parental genes and their appearance in the offspring as dominant or recessive traits. He recognized the mathematical patterns of inheritance from one generation to the next. Mendel's laws of heredity are usually stated as: first, the law of segregation. Each inherited trait is defined by a gene pair. Parental genes are randomly separated to the sex cells so that the sex cells contain only one gene of the pair. Offspring, therefore, inherit one genetic allele from each parent when sex cells unit in fertilization. Second, the law of independent assortment. Genes from different traits are sorted separately from one another so that inheritance of one trait is not dependent on inheritance of another. And third, the law of dominance. An organism with alternate forms of a gene will express that form that is dominant. The genetic experiments Mendel did with pea plants took him 8 years, and he published his results in 1865. During this time, Mendel grew over 1,000 pea plants, keeping track of progeny number and type. Mendel's work and his laws of inheritance were not appreciated on his time. It was until the 1900s, after the rediscovery of his laws, that his experimental results were understood.